Clara enters a small, dimly lit shop on the edge of a busy town. Among the perfect candles, she finds one that stands out, a cracked candle, its imperfections obvious. The shopkeeper explains that this candle has been neglected for its cracks, but it holds its own story. Clara, drawn to the rawness of the candle, buys it. The cracks in the candle seem to mirror something in her own life, her internal struggles and feeling of being broken. Clara brings the cracked candle home and stares at it in her dim apartment. Her life has been a series of challenges. The death of her mother, the weight of responsibility, and the grief she's been unable to express have caused her to feel incomplete. Clara's sense of worth has been damaged by loss and disappointment, leaving her emotionally exhausted. She spent years pretending she's fine, but deep inside, she feels like something inside her is broken. As Clara lights the cracked candle, she feels a strange peace settle in. The flickering flame becomes a metaphor for her own light, struggling to shine through her internal darkness. As she watches the candle burn, she allows herself to reflect on her life and her pain. Clara realizes that the cracks in the candle, much like the cracks in her heart, are not signs of weakness, but evidence of survival. She acknowledges that she's endured, even if she hasn't healed perfectly. Clara's life begins to shift as she starts to see the value in her imperfections. She makes small, conscious decisions to reconnect with friends and family she's distanced herself from. She allows herself to feel grief for her mother without guilt, acknowledging the sadness she's been avoiding. Clara embraces the idea that the cracks in her heart, created by loss and disappointment, do not make her broken, they make her human. Weeks later, Clara returns to the candle shop where she first found the cracked candle. The shopkeeper recognizes her and asks if she's come back for another candle. Clara reveals that the cracked candle helped her find peace, and she thanks the shopkeeper for his wisdom. She tells him that it helped her realize that her imperfections were not something to hide, but to embrace. The shopkeeper shares his own philosophy that beauty often lies in what has been through fire and survived. The shopkeeper tells Clara that the candle represents more than just a physical object. It's a symbol of resilience and acceptance. He emphasizes that true beauty and strength come from embracing imperfections and overcoming life's hardships. He explains that, much like the cracked candle, Clara too has found light despite her cracks. The shopkeeper's words reaffirm Clara's new perspective on life. Back in her apartment, Clara lights the cracked candle again. This time, she doesn't just watch the flame, she fully embraces it, allowing it to symbolize the light she's now ready to share with the world. Clara is no longer hiding her pain or pretending to be someone she's not. She understands that her cracks are not marks of weakness, but evidence of the strength it took to survive. She's learned to accept and love herself, imperfections and all.
The story ends with Clara finding peace in herself. The candle burns brightly, and Clara knows that, like the flame, she too can shine through her struggles. She's no longer afraid of her cracks. Instead, she embraces them, knowing they are part of her journey. The cracks that once felt like burdens are now seen as the source of her strength and beauty.
Clara's life has been transformed, and she walks forward with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to share her light with the world. The cracks in our lives do not define us in a negative way. They are the very things that make us who we are. Like the cracked candle, our imperfections are proof of our resilience. Embrace your flaws because they make you unique, and they hold the light that can guide you through the toughest of times.